Hey, welcome back. Long time no see. Sorry I haven't put any videos out lately. I've been out doing some riding and, just sitting here in front of a computer doing this is not as fun as it might seem. But anyway, it's a lot funner to be out on the road. And also I've been doing a lot of preparing for the Hoka coming up next year. Got a year left. And, man, it's going to fly by. If you're getting ready for the Hoka, get in shape. Lose that weight if you got a few extra pounds. Get out and ride. Get prepared. Get the right gear. That's all I can say. Anyway, this video that I'm about to show you here is about a rally I was part of in November of last year. It's Hops Rally. It's put on by Chris Hopper. Anyway, in combination with Republic Harley Davidson over in Stafford, just outside of Houston. Yeah, this rally took place back in November, and it's the first rally I've ever been part of. Had a great time, learned a lot, and really enjoyed it. And as you can see, I did win an award for the worst picture. Anyway, we'll get to that in a little bit, but sit back and enjoy the ride and enjoy the rally. So as you can see, I'm starting out pretty early in the morning. I think it was around 4:30 in the morning that I'm leaving my house over here in Katy, Texas, headed down to Stafford to Republic Harley Davidson where we're going to get started. So got a early morning start. I had received the rally packet about 2 days before the rally, so I only had a couple of days to plan out my route. And if you've never been part of one of these road rallies like this, it's basically you're given a list of stops that have point values all over the place, and we had stops all over Texas. And if you've ever been to Texas, you know how big Texas is. So there was stops out in West Texas, North Texas, East Texas, South Texas, Central Texas. They were all over the place. So you had the whole state to roam in for 2 days. We just had basically 48 hours to spend getting as many points as you could. And you only had basically 2 days to plan out your route. And if you watch this till the end, you'll see how well I do. And I think I did pretty good for the first rally I've ever been part of. Anyway, hope you enjoy this. Sit back and watch me ride across Texas. So the theme of this rally was Eagles, and Hop did a good job putting this rally together. I thought it was well organized. I've only been in one other rally, and it was as well organized as the other rally I was in, I thought. Anyway, I had a great time, but the main theme of it was Predator, which it was mainly around Eagles. So basically all the stops had to do something with Eagles for the most part. There were random stops too, a bunch of random places we could go to get additional points, but the main ones were about Eagles. And you had 2 bonuses that you could take, one on the first day, one on the second day. Had to be a sign of some place, like a business that had Eagle in the name, or it could be a street sign with Eagle on it, or a subdivision, or something with an Eagle on it. And it had to be a permanent sign. But you could only get one of those on the first day and one of those on the second day. And I was actually able to get both of my bonuses in this rally, which was pretty cool. You're also required to take, you're not required to take a lunch break, but you get a lot of points for taking a lunch break. You also get each day, and you also get a lot of points for taking a rest break at the night. You can't win this thing without taking the rest break. So, they do think about safety in this as well. So, hats off to Hopper for putting this on, and I plan on being back for the one this year in November because I had so much fun. Anyway, so about this point, I'm almost to the dealership. When I get there, basically just checking in, letting them know I'm there, and kind of run through some of the rules with everybody before they released us. They also had to give us all our rally flags for the rally, with the stipulation that we cannot take out the flag until we get to our first stop, and you'll find out why here in just a minute. But yeah, they gave us a few of the rules, additional rules that we had to follow, what time we needed to be back on the next day. We had to be back, I think, by 3 p.m. on Saturday. So this is Friday morning, really early, where we're getting started. You can see a few people are already here. There was a total, I think, of 36 people that participated in this rally, and like I said before, had a great time. But we met up here. They gave us our last minute things to do and gave us a rally flag, and here I am headed to that first stop, and you'll see why in just a little bit. They didn't want you to open your rally flag here at the dealership. So I'm almost to my first stop, and unbeknownst to me, this first stop was a mandatory stop. Didn't know that. I'm just glad I had it in my route. Otherwise, I would have missed this one and not qualified, because if you didn't do this stop, you're disqualified automatically. So good thing I did it, because I didn't know about it. And anyway, that rally flag, fixing to see a picture of it here in a second. This was my first stop, mandatory stop. This was in Sugar Land at the selfie statue, and it's worth 104 points, but it's a mandatory stop. You had to do this one. And I pulled up here, got my stop done, got my picture made. Took me forever to get this picture made because I couldn't figure out how to get that flag in there, but I finally got it. Anyway, normally rally flags are small, maybe 9 by 10, 10 by 12, something like that. They're typically small flags that you can manage. But this thing was enormous, so it made a challenge for everybody on the rally. Even if you were a seasoned veteran and been doing these for a while, it gave you a challenge to how to deal with this humongous flag with the wind flying. And we did have some wind flying. Anyway. So after that first stop, moved on down the road to another stop that was close by in Sugar Land. Just on the right up here, you're going to see a big statue. I got it kind of marked here on the right, but it's not the actual big statue that I'm pointing at. It's actually in front of that statue. It's a smaller statue with an eagle on it, and it's the Veterans Memorial, I believe, is what this one is. So I'm getting here to this little park and getting parked before I have to walk about a half a mile to this first one, or the second one. So this is number 2 stop, 406 points, Veterans Eagle. Interesting little stop. Met a few guys there. And we departed, headed to stop 3. I believe it's going to be down in Brazoria County, or down in this little town of Brazoria, I believe, is where the next one is. Anyway, enjoy. So I made it to my third stop. This is in Brazoria, little town of Brazoria. It's on the Henry Smith statue. And I ran into a couple of guys here that I kept running into all morning at different stops. They were just ahead of me, but these two guys were here from out of state. I think they came from, I don't know, one came from around Las Vegas, I think. Anyway, I'm not sure where the other guy was from, but I did hear that they did not finish the rally because they had a mishap down in South Texas. They had traveled all the way down to get the picture of the Texas-Mexico border sign. That was a high, I think it was 15,000 points if you did it, which would have been cool to get, but man, it's a long ways down there, and there's not too many point opportunities between where we were and down there, but I believe they wound up with some kind of accident. This guy was kind of interesting. He rode all the way from Tennessee on a moped, and he's a Hoka rider, but he was going to be doing the Ride Across America on the mopeds and rally. I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, I ran into him, passed him there, but you'll see him again in a little bit in one of my other stops. But this was my next stop. I believe this is Bay City. And the sign, the statue right there, that's the memorial. That's the Centennial Memorial. 451 points for that stop. And look at my picture. Upside down. I didn't even see this, and I turned that in. But that's not the one I won the worst picture for. Anyway, I did find my bonus here. I went to get gas at this Valero, and look what's right here but a sign that says Eagle Lane, I believe, or Eagle Road or something. Yeah, so got my first bonus there for 360 points. Bonus stop. Just happened to find this thing. Wasn't looking for it, just went to get gas, and there it is. Never know what you're going to find. So headed on down the road to my next stop, and this was in a little cemetery, and it pays to look at what you're supposed to take a picture of before you take a picture. This is my stop 6, Shanghai Pier statue, 1,012 points. And I ran into the guy on the moped again. There was his moped there. One thing I love about this 360 camera, you can do all kinds of crazy shots, and this is me leaving that cemetery. I thought it was kind of a cool shot. Anyway, so heading on down to the road for number 7, and I believe I'm headed on down toward Rockport, Texas, down on the Texas coast. Got to Rockport, beautiful little community down there, and here's what I had to take a picture of. And again, I ran into the same two guys, and they helped me out because the wind was blowing something fierce, and helped me out to get my picture because that flag is just a challenge. Anyway, there's the it's the largest blue crab is what it's supposed to be. 542 points. There's a better shot of that blue crab. And back on the bike, headed down the road again. I think I'm headed down toward Corpus Christi, and south of there toward Alice. There is Corpus Christi. You saw that construction going on. That was the construction for the new bridge. I made a wrong turn here. Got off the track and wound up on some side streets. Finally got myself back oriented back toward Alice. Got into Alice, ran into this guy. This is Reef. He's rider number 955 in the Hoka-Hay. Good guy. And there's the Alice Texas Bullhead, 999 points. There's Reef again. Got on down the road, rode with Reef for a little while, and then we kind of split off. He went and did another stop somewhere, and I went and did mine. But got on down the road a little further, found another stop. Here's my next stop. That is the Goddess of Justice on top of that building up there. And had a little challenge here because they had some kind of veterans memorial going on here at this little courthouse. So I had to make my way around the back of the courthouse so I could get a picture of the statue on top of the courthouse with me holding my flag. So that was a little fun. And I ran into Reef again here at this place. 956 points on this stop. Goddess of Justice. Kind of cool. And it's time for lunch. Stopped at the world famous Whataburger hamburger joint. Great burger. But that was worth 7,529 points. So definitely needed to take advantage of getting a meal. And did that. Moving on down the road to the next stop. Yeah, this was a little town called Yorktown. And I'm looking for an old Chevy dealership. There it is on the left. See, in front of that building's got an eagle on it. This is the former Yorktown Chevy, 524 points. And at this point, it's starting to get a little dark. Sun's going down, so change of gear, put some warmer clothes on because it is November. Even in Texas, it gets a little chilly. And you can see my Denali 7s there in action. They're bright lights. If you're doing the Hoka-Hay, you need some great auxiliary lights. I'd highly recommend those. They're a little pricey, but they're well worth the money. Anyway, moving on down to the next stop. I think I was heading on into San Antonio at this point. Some of the guys had run into some rain. I didn't happen to run into any rain. But here's my next stop, Elwood Seguin. I forgot 943 points for the Veterans Memorial. There were some other things there too beside the Veterans Memorial, the world's largest pecan and Old Spanish Trail Memorial. Kind of interesting things to see. And then my next stop was 13, and this was at Hangar 9 in San Antonio. And this stop was my last stop for the night. 574 points for the Incarnate Word statue. Took me forever to find the statue, and this is where I won the infamous Worst Picture Award. If you notice that picture, the flag was upside down and backwards. I didn't realize it until I won the award because I totally did not even catch that before I turned it in. Anyway, that was the infamous stop. So at this point, it's time to take a rest stop. Got a hotel for the night. You see 22,463 on the point value, so you got to take this one. Basically, it's an all or nothing, and it's a minimum of 8 hours of rest. So, well worth the time to stop. So back on the road the next morning, I'm headed to my next stop, which is basically a little store in Fisher, Texas. 563 points. You can see it's not even daylight when I got that picture. And moving on down the road to Warring, Texas to pick up the next stop. It's a pair of Eagles. And they are worth, I believe, 594 points. And there they are. So got that picture in right at daybreak. Moving on to the next stop. This is, I believe I was heading into Fredericksburg, Texas on this one. And had a little trouble finding this next one. It was big, I think this is big wooden eagle. There it is, big wooden eagle. Eagle statue there in Fredericksburg. I was looking on the opposite side of the street, could not find it. Finally turned around and saw it. As you saw there, that was 1,002 points. Decided to head on down the road to my next stop and pick up some more points. So my next stop will be number 19. I'm heading into Llano, Texas, and there's the courthouse in Llano. And did some little editing here. I thought was kind of cool watching this bridge go by. That was cool. Anyway, did some crazy stuff there. Anyway. So I'm looking for this next one on this little street. I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking left. I'm looking right. I'm looking in this little courtyard because I thought for sure it's right there. But look, it's over there on the right. I didn't see it at this point. I'm looking over here in this courtyard because I'm trying to find this eagle and I can't find it nowhere. And then finally, something tells me, turn around and look the other way, Scott. And it's right there. I rode by that thing probably 3 times and never saw it. That's what happens when you're out on the road trying to do these rallies and you get tired. That was number 19, 600 points for the Llano Eagle. And but yeah, you get tired, you start not noticing things. You're looking on the opposite side of the street and you never see it. So moving on down the road, I think this next one is my other sign, my special bonus, 519 points for this eagle sign. And then I ran into the first person I seen all morning. I don't know who that was, but up here at the giant oatmeal canister, just random stuff out here in the middle of nowhere. It's a giant oatmeal canister. There it is. Got this picture, got my points. Let's see what the point value was. I got a little tag here. $567 points. Oatmeal canister. That was number 21. And I'm headed off for the next one. And I'm getting to the point where I've got to make some decisions on, do I keep getting points? Here's the next one, 22. Bartlett National Bank, 536 points. And got to make some decisions. Do I keep going? There's 23, 527 points. Taylor Eagle. And then my last one, I decided to go to Texas A&M University. Not such a good move because they were having a football game that day and I hit the football traffic, almost got caught, but 481 points at the A&M campus. Then made a beeline back to Republic Harley-Davidson to get back before the deadline, because if you didn't make the deadline, point deductions were going to be drastic. So I did make it back. Here I am pulling in. I think I got there with maybe 30 minutes to spare. There's my route, 953 miles. Total score, 43,566. Put me in 14th place out of 36 entries. So not too shabby for a first-time rally goer. Here's the first place trophy. Here's the second and third place trophy. And then the most coveted of all trophies is this one, the worst picture trophy, in my opinion. So I've got to go back this year and defend my honor as the worst picture taker. And guys, I hope to see you at the rally this year in November. If you're interested in going, you can get on Republic Harley-Davidson's website and find out some information about it, or just shoot me a message and I'll put you in contact with someone that can help you get entered into the rally. Like I said, it's a great rally to learn how to do rallies. A lot of fun. I had a great time, and I'm going to do it again this year. So it's in November of this year. And like I said, Republic Harley-Davidson down in Stafford, Texas is one that sponsors the rally for House. So hope to see you guys down the road. Stay safe out there. If you're getting ready for the Hoka Hay, by all means, prepare. don't take it lightly. The Hoka Hay is not to be taken lightly. It is the toughest thing I've ever done in my life, and I didn't make it through the first year. So I'm going back next year, and I'm going to do the Daytona, Florida to Homer, Alaska run. Looking forward to it. I'm getting in the gym. I'm working out. I've lost 70 plus pounds so far. Still losing, and want to get down to 250 before the rally starts. And I'm working on that. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Not trying to turn this into a income making thing, but you know, it's nice to know people enjoy these videos I put together. So I hope you liked it, and hope to see you on the road somewhere. And be safe out there. And Hoka Hay, everybody.